Hi everyone, this is Mackenzie Bartlett, RPL consultant at NBCC, and today I'm going to show you a new feature on the RPL portal called the delivery sequence. The delivery sequence will show you the courses that you're scheduled to take each term over the course of your whole program. So this can help you get a better sense of courses that are upcoming in future terms. It can give you a sense of your academic journey at NBCC, and it can also help you to apply for recognition of prior learning by understanding what courses you're scheduled to take coming up in the next term. So the first thing I'll show you is how to access the RPL portal. You can come to the Recognition of Prior Learning website at nbcc.ca/RPL. And here at the top, we have a banner message that has a link to the RPL portal. When our applications are open, you'll see multiple places where the RPL portal is linked, including in the quick links list over to the right. But just for today, we'll click the RPL portal link here. And it takes me directly into the portal. You might encounter a login page and you just have to use your regular login details there, and it will give you access to the portal. Normally, this is where you'll come to submit your RPL applications. Because our applications are closed right now, this button is kind of grayed out, but in application season, you would come here and you just click this button and it would take you to our form. You can also come here to view any open applications that you have or closed applications. And you can also use the RPL portal to see course profiles or search previously evaluated courses. So we have video tutorials associated with each of those features as well. But for today, I'm just going to show you the delivery sequence. So just click the button at the bottom of the page here, View Delivery Sequence. And you'll get 3 disclaimers that pop up. The first just basically is telling you that the delivery sequence is provided for information purposes only, and that there could be changes to the schedule under certain circumstances. That wouldn't happen very often, but there are times where it might, so you should make sure to refer to your class schedule once you're enrolled for confirmation. So click OK to move past that disclaimer. And the next one basically describes how to select your intake year. So what we mean by intake year is the academic year in which you began your program. And it's important to keep in mind that NBCC's academic year runs from July 1st to June 30th. So any programs that start between those dates, that's the academic year that you would use. So for example, if you started your program in September 2021, or if you started in January 2022, in both of those cases, your intake year would be 2021, 2022. And that's because you started that program between July 1st, 2021 and June 30th, 2022. If you begin your program in September 2022, your intake year is 2022-2023. And if you're not sure about your intake year, you can always reach out to the RPL office at rpl@nbcc.ca. So I'll just click OK here. And the last disclaimer is describing how to select the correct delivery sequence that aligns with your actual start date. Sometimes when you pick your intake year and then your program, you'll get more than one delivery sequence that will pop up. And the best way to tell which one you should select is to pick the one that seems to align with the term in which you started your program. So if you see fall intake and you started in September of that intake year, that's the one you would select. Same with winter, or you might see spring intake. If you see the word default, if you see an option for default, you should only select that if you don't see another option for your start term. Typically, that would be the fall term. So if you see an option for fall and default, you should select the one that says fall instead of default, because default won't give you any information. And I'll show you that as we move into the examples. So I'll click OK. And the next pop-up is asking us to select our intake year. So the first example that I'm going to give you is, let's say I started the Business Administration Management program in September 2021. So that means I would select 2021, 2022 as my intake year. So I'll click that and then I'll click OK. And the next pop-up gives me all the programs that were offered in that intake year. So I just have to scroll down to find my program, which is Business Administration Management. I'll click it and then I'll click OK. And I get 3 delivery sequences that pop up. So here I have the September intake, I have January intake, and I have the accelerated delivery April intake. So like I said, in this example, I started in September 2021, so I know this is the delivery sequence that I should select, the top one. So I'll click OK, and you'll probably get a pop-up over on the right. You just have to open the file. It's a PDF. And here's the delivery sequence. So the first page is a cover page. It just gives you, it says program structure. It will give you the name of the program, and it will give you the duration of the program. So in this case, it's a 2-year program. So it starts in 2021 and it ends in 2023. Just scroll down and you can see we've got the delivery sequence. Here's the name of the delivery sequence. So it's the regular September intake. A really easy way to tell if you've selected the right delivery sequence is to look at the term that's listed at the top. And make sure that that aligns with when you actually started your program. So here, because I started in September 2021 and the first term listed is fall 2021, I know I've got the right delivery sequence. So the information in the delivery sequence, as you can see, you can just kind of scroll down. You can see all the courses that you're scheduled to take in each term. So this is the first year. And then as we scroll down, we can see there's fall 2022. So that's your second year, winter 2023, and spring 2023. And this particular program doesn't have any unscheduled electives, so there's nothing listed at the bottom there. So I'll go back up. You can see each table gives you the code of the course, it gives you the title, it also gives you the number of credits associated with each course, and it tells you the number of hours associated with each course as well. And then over on the right, you can see the list of prerequisites, if any. So obviously in your first term, you wouldn't have any prerequisites. There's not any course that you have to complete in order to be enrolled in one of these courses. But in your second term, you do have some prerequisites. So as an example here, for marketing strategy, you need to have completed MKTG 1027, which is offered in the fall term. Up here, you can see marketing principles. So you have to complete marketing principles successfully in order to be able to complete marketing strategy. So that's another benefit of the delivery sequence. It gives you the prerequisites so you can understand what you have to complete in order to move ahead and take the next course in your sequence. So I'll go back to the main page and I'll select a different delivery sequence to give you another example. So every time you go into the delivery sequence, you're going to get the 3 disclaimer pop-ups. So you just OK your way through those. And in this next example, let's say that I am starting my program, my administrative professional program in September 2022. So I would select 2022, 2023 as my intake year, click OK. Then I'd select administrative professional here, click OK. And here's an example where, because I started in September 2022, and I don't see another option for September or fall intakes, I only see the January intake and default, I can be pretty sure that I should select default. And I'll show you that. So I'll select default and click OK. I'll open the file. And again, you have the program structure page, you scroll down, and here's the information that I need. So I can tell again, I'm starting in September 2022. The first term listed at the top is fall 2022. So I know I've got the right sequence here. I will show you an example where you would not want to select default. So I'll just go back in, OK through 3 disclaimers. And in this example, let's say I'm starting the culinary arts program. I started it in September 2021. So I'll select 2021, 2022 as my intake year. I'll scroll down to culinary arts here, click OK. And here I have a spring intake, a September intake, and a default. So in this example I gave you, I started the program in September 2021. I know because there's a September intake delivery sequence that that's the one I should pick. That's the one that's going to give me the information I want. If I were to select default, I've actually already opened the default example here. So you can see it's culinary arts 2021, 2022. I scroll down, it's the default, but there's no information here. That you won't see that very often, but I just wanted to make sure to show it to you just in case you do select default and you don't get any information here. It's probably because there's another option in the list for the fall intake. So in this case, I have September intake delivery sequence, so I'll click OK and I will open the PDF. And you can see the September intake delivery sequence gives me the information. Once again, the term at the top is fall 2021. That's the term in which I started my program, so I know I've got the right delivery sequence here. One other way to use the delivery sequence is if you just wanted to find out more information about the course that you're going to be taking, you actually could use this delivery sequence to find out which courses so you get the course list here in the delivery sequence, and you could then use that information to look up the course profile in the RPL portal. So as just an example, let's say I want to know more about Bake Shop Introduction. All I have to do is go to the RPL portal and I can go to the course profile feature. So I'll click that link and a list of intake years pop up. So in this example, I've started my program in September 2021, the culinary arts program. So I select that intake year, click OK, find culinary arts in the list, click OK. Look up Bake Shop Introduction. So it's the top course in the list. I'll click OK. And a PDF will pop up again. And that gives me the course profile for that course. So I can learn a little bit more about it before I even take the course. I don't have to wait to go into class to get the syllabus. I can just have a look and see what the competencies are and what I'm going to be expected to learn in that course. And this can then help you with recognition of prior learning because you can, look up your course. You can find out about the outcomes and the competencies, and you can determine whether you've already achieved the learning required in that course. And it can help you to prepare your application in advance for RPL. So I hope that you found this tutorial helpful. If you do have any questions about anything that I've discussed here, please reach out to us at rpl@nbcc.ca. Thanks.